snow to make a certain buck trail, and I definitely was on a fairly decent buck there. His track again is only 12-ish inches wide, but that was when he was in motion. And if I can get one 12 to 14 when they're in motion, but if they're standing dead still, and like, you know how a big buck will come to the edge of the woods, he'll stop dead still looking for danger. If I can get a track in rest that is like 16 to 18, sometimes even 19 inches wide, oh, you're dealing with a big rascal there. Big shoulders, right? Makes sense. Typically their fronts will be a little wider, lateral claw to lateral claw than their backs. The fronts will splay a little bit because a big buck carries a lot of his weight in his shoulders up front. You know, it's just some that. Also, their dew claws will sit about 2 to 3 inches behind the hoof track, and the does is the big does that if you're seeing any dew claws there, they're not near that distance. So what I'm getting at there, guys, it's not all trail cameras and ozone generators, right? Don't ever assume that just because somebody's killing a deer that they got trail camera pictures to, that they don't know how to do some old school shit like this. And let me show you this right here. I just bought this from Walmart, $1.97 to replace one that I lost yesterday. $1.97. This is the best $1.97 a deer hunter can pack around in their pocket with them at all times. It's a tape measure, a seamstress's tape measure that you can buy it in the sewing section at Walmart. Packs around super light, 60 inches worth. Like, it's retractable and it has a little ratchet mechanism in it. It's slick as a whistle. But if I pack this around with me long enough and I measure certain things like tracks, rub height, bed diameter, that sort of thing, I can get a profile of a certain buck that I'm working on sometimes. And, you know, again, if I can get a track in motion that's about that wide, 14-ish inches, ooh, that's big. 12 is also pretty good size. But at rest, I measured one yesterday that was 19. That's a big front track width now from foot to foot. So again, you know, old school tricks are still some of the best, and I keep one of these in my pocket at all times, and I keep a wind checker with me at all times too. And this is the one I had with me yesterday. This one's the Lone Wolf custom gear checker that came out this year, kind of a powder wind checker that's got a compartment in the back of it for milkweed. It's a handy little item. You keep it clipped to your vest, and you can use it as you're scouting to kind of map the winds of the property, so to speak. So, but anyway, these two things right here in my pocket are always in my pack with me at all times when I'm out scouting. And that fresh powdered snow, doing it old school like the Benoits back in the day, man, it could make you a hell of a hunter. It can make you very, very formidable to deal with. So